are back. It is week of the red t-shirts.
Oh my gosh, why did I do that?
Haha, I was wearing red first.
Yeah, but we matched last time, too?
Yeah, we did match last time, yeah.
Likes for life.
For life. So what is Skate Date?
Skate Date is a podcast brought to you by two roller skaters that hate each other, but pretend that they're in love for the enjoyment of you. Just kidding. Skate Date is a podcast brought to you by two people that fell in love at one lucky roller derby orientation.
In one cute little longshoreman hall in Wilmington.
And a pandemic happened. And what do you do when there's a pandemic? You start a podcast, because you can only do things that start with B's.
Yeah, you put lots of toilet paper in your cart and you do podcasts.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, welcome to the episode.
Welcome to the episode of the podcast of Skate Date.
How was your week, babe?
It was so good. And guess what? My name's Rebel.
I don't know my name anymore. I remember. I named Chev.
And together we are Shovel.
Ratchet.
Can you dig it?
Can I dig a graveyard? Because guess what? Snitches, it's October.
Yeah. And so the answer is yes, we can dig it. Yay. So digging graveyards, digging into our favorite month. It didn't used to be my favorite month, and then I started dating this one, and now it's my favorite month.
Yeah, and I had the best week ever.
What happened, babe?
I got promoted at Moxie. You are now looking at the director of merchandising.
Wow.
Yes. And then I also got a new gig with a certain company that I worked for before. And it sounds like it's going to be epic and awesome, but I'm also like terrified that it's not going to go through because it's so amazing and it's all about Black women and empowerment for Black women. And I'm like, ah! And I literally cried when I found out that they had chosen me. So hopefully it falls through, or else...
You mean hopefully it goes through?
Yeah.
Not falls through.
Follows through.
Follows through. Oh, yeah.
So that happened. And then I went to Disneyland.
Oh my god, literally the best week ever.
And then I got a tattoo.
Oh my god, to top off the best week ever.
Yeah, so it was a really epic day. I also thought it was an end of the week getting my hair done, but it ended up being something that was also cool. I got to sit down with a hairstylist I know, and she's opening a new salon in Long Beach, and she was talking about how she wants to like give classes and kind of like mentor people, and I was like, hell yeah. Even though I have like a year and some change to finish school, it's always good to start those connections and to expand your learning, because in cosmetic school they just teach you how to pass the test. And they don't teach you natural hair. And I'm super excited to be a sponge and soak in all of her knowledge.
Oh my god, you're a sponge.
I'm a sponge.
You're a sponge. That's exciting. I also had a good week because I got to go to Disneyland and because I got to hang out with you.
You hang out with me all the time.
I know, but that just means that every week is a good week.
I will say something that is cool about October and having Rebel as my girlfriend. And it's that starting last year, she finally started watching scary movies with me. And last October was finally my favorite again. And it wasn't my favorite with her at first because she doesn't like spooky things. And it was like, like, no one's perfect, right? And then you never have someone you're in love with that's perfect. And like, Rebel was pretty close to perfect. But the lack of spooky, scary skeleton love was...
Spooky, scary skeletons.
It broke my heart, and it was, like, so hard to not be able to watch scary movies with her. Like, I had to wait till she was, like, off at a speech competition or gallivanting around town, I don't know, doing stuff that she wasn't home, and then I could, like, binge watch all the spooky stuff. And I still can't watch slasher stuff and, like, the really gory stuff I like because she freaks out, but I can still watch scary movies with her now, and she's starting to get, like, more open to things, so we're going back to our watching something scary every night in October, and I'm so excited.
Yes, that is definitely something that we're doing, and everyone don't hate me, but it was my first time watching Elvira last night, and one, I am obsessed. Two, we had this very, like, true conversation, like, why is it that the only cosplay that people do is that one outfit? Because she has so many amazing outfits. Like, I definitely want to cosplay her, but, like, at the end, like, in her Vegas show. Oh, spoiler alert. Actually, I'm probably the last person on earth to watch it, so not spoiler alert.
Also, pray to the goddesses because Elvira is
A
a lesbian.
lesbian.
Or at least queer. I'm not sure if she's a lesbian, but
I think she said she was a lesbian.
queer relationship with
for
a
19
woman.
years.
Yes. So, way to come on over to the team.
We love it. We love to see it. So today we are going to talk about tattoos, and then we are going to make a very exciting announcement in the wheel world, and we can't wait to talk about it. So it's going to be an exciting episode. Get ready, buckle your seatbelts, and put on your spooky hats because here we go.
Wait, first of all, I just want to say I don't know what we're talking about in the wheel world, so I'm super excited. So I also am gonna be like, yeah, I'm buckling my belt because I'm like, what are we talking about?
It's something that we've been planning and has been in the works for 2 years.
All right, we're gonna do an ad.
We're gonna do an ad.
Okay. All right, Shoves, aka me, Halloween collection.
Ooh.
And more. Today I'm going to talk especially about the new baseball tee I have, which is why I have a black eye right now, because a baseball hit my face.
Oh my god.
For baseball tees! Head on over to the YouTube channel and see how good I am at special effects makeup. I knocked this baby out in approximately 4 minutes.
Yeah, it was really fast.
How real does it look, babe?
It looks really real. I thought you were using a filter when you pulled up your phone because I didn't look at your face. I just looked at the screen and I was like, oh my god, that filter is so intense. And then I looked at your face and I was like, oh my god, she has a black eye.
Happy Halloween, y'all. So yeah, this is my new design. It's Pandemic Rollers. Yeah, I love it. This is a comfy tee. This is a 2X and it fits, so yay. Also, I would like to say that everything in my store is 10% off until 10/10.
Yes, femmes are spooky and you need them for 10% off specifically. Definitely at fatfemmefatale.com. So just letting you all know that Shove, just in case you didn't know, because some people don't know this, but Shove is an incredible artist.
Oh, thanks, babe.
Like, she's such a good artist. She paints things. Like, a lot of the paintings in our house are by her, and she does a lot of graphic art, and she's always coming up with these really amazing ideas, and she's been working on this pandemic roller idea for a while, and it's finally come to fruition, and it's so beautiful and so cute and so relatable, and I don't love the coronavirus, but I love the germ on your shirt. And I also think like her spooky femmes, like her 4 spooky fat femme fatale femmes, I don't know what they're called, but whatever, they're so cute, and there's 4 of them, and I think that they're some of the best work that you've done, and they're only available for very limited time during spooky season, so you gotta get them.
Spooky Skater Rollout.
Spooky, scary rollout. Shove drew them. You should buy them soon because they're 10% off until 10/10.
Aw, that was cute, babe.
Thanks.
All right, let's head on over to the
Real world?
I totally tried to do like a scream, and I realized it sounded like a baby cooing.
It sounded more like than like ah.
It was like, you know that old Aaliyah song, like, I've been watching you like a hawk in the sky. Ah, you know how it had that sound in the back?
Yeah, that's definitely what it sounded like.
All right.
Okay, so in the real world, this is where we talk about whatever we want. It's the real world. So
I think we talk about whatever we want the whole podcast.
I mean, we really do, but this is like it doesn't even have to pertain to anything. We just choose a random topic or whatever topic that y'all want, and then we just like talk about it. So today, we're talking about something that actually quite a few people have asked us about, and that is tattoos.
Tattoos.
We were definitely inspired because Shove got a tattoo recently, so
I mean, Rebel was inspired because she said, hey, what are you going to talk about on skate day today? And I was like, man, I want to do skate day. I want to watch a spooky skeleton movie. And then she was like, babe, we gotta do it. And I was like, well, whatever. And she's like, tattoos? I was like, yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah, so actually I decided about it at noon today.
Wow, so you just
Well, I was going to change it if you didn't like it.
Oh, it's okay.
I planned it ahead of time.
Well, here we are, talking about tattoos.
So now we're going to talk about tattoos. So, I was thinking that maybe we could talk about our first tattoo, and then, like, we could move on from there. Not that we're going to talk about all of our tattoos in succession, but, like, no, that would take way too long. That would literally be, like, the longest episode ever, and you would be like, kill me. But
right, let's jump in. What's your first tattoo?
So, my first tattoo, you can't even see it anymore because it's under other tattoos, but I really wanted to get... what I wanted for my first tattoo was I wanted a watercolor map of the world on my back. I desperately wanted this tattoo. I printed it out on a paper. I put it on my wall for like a year or something like that, because that's what I heard that you're supposed to do before you get a tattoo, is like print it out and have it on your wall for a year so you know if you're gonna hate it or not. Which actually, thank God that I did that, because like I would not have fucking wanted that tattoo right now. But that's also like, I'm a very different person today than I was when I got my first tattoo. So I got my first tattoo. I was living in Amsterdam. I was 22 years old or something like that. And
Way to country drop.
Well, it's just like where I was at the time.
I was living in Amsterdam and like...
Okay, so anyways, I was there and I was like, I really want a tattoo that's like really significant to me. Lord. And like, you know, all of that. And like, if that's what you want with your tattoos, that's so great and like good for you. But like, I realize now that I'm not that person, but I thought I was that person, or I thought I had to be that person. So I got this tattoo that had 5 birds outlined and then the word fearless on my arm, and you can still see that I have the word fearless right here. And each of the 5 birds represented like a traumatic event that I had experienced. It was like 5 things that like were traumas that I had experienced, like deep traumas. Like there was like one for the cult that I was in, and then there was one for like, you know, just a bunch of stuff that I had gone through. And a car crash that I got into that, like, I ended up declaring bankruptcy. And just, like, so 5, like, very significant things in my life. And I was like, I'm fearless, because if I could get through all of that, then I can get through, like, whatever comes my way. And, like, yeah. So it was very significant to me at the time. And the birds, like, were kind of, like, secondary outline. So it looked like they were in flight.
You want to know how original that was? The fact that we have a print hanging in our bathroom right now where the girl has the same exact tattoo.
Yeah, but it wasn't that she doesn't have the word fearless on it.
But a girl that also was severely Christian and did the same work that you did have a tattoo on the same arm and same spot, but different font.
Yeah, but she didn't have the birds, so she didn't have the combo of the birds of the fearless. Yeah, so I get it. It was a shitty tattoo, but it was my gateway. Most first tattoos are, babe. Yeah, it was my gateway, and now all the birds are covered. You can't even tell that I had birds.
And now she has the most epic tattoos in the
world. Now I have like epic tattoos. So that was my first tattoo. Yeah.
My first tattoo was the shitty drawing I did, and I was like, same thing, because you know when you're young, I was 18, I think I was 19 actually, and I was like, yeah, I live in my parents' house, but I'm also working, and I pay rent, I can do what I want.
Do what I want.
So I already was like obsessed with piercings. I had like, once I turned 18, like I had...
Oh, me too.
Angel bites, snake bites, I had my labrae, I had my labrae, and I had my septum. I didn't have my regular nostrils yet. And I had my ears stretched to 1 inch. So I was like obsessed with a lot. And I was like, time for a tattoo. I'm seeing, time for a tattoo. So I took this drawing, and it was 2 tattered hearts and with wings, of course, because scene kid, right? And then the hearts had like nails hammered into it, and then and cuts, because I was, you know, used to, trigger warning, cut myself. So I figured it would be cool to have the slashes say art saves, but it was Savastra. So it says art saves, but Savastra was like the one of the best albums that like helped me get through life. It is by Oak Tep, And definitely look them up if you like metal and female vocals and some like crazy just like lyrics and stuff. And like, especially when you have like trauma in your life, a lot of it can be very like good kind of lyrics that you can belt in your car and like cry or just feel like I'm not freaking alone and I know that kind of pain. Like, Sevastra was it. So I was like, yeah, that's what I'm gonna get, but I'll just get it like art says, because I'm also an artist. So I got that tattooed, and it's on my upper shoulders, on my back. And I remember I was like wearing a wow, tube top, and I was on the computer, the big old PC that we had back in the day. It was like 2007. And my back was to the front door of the apartment I lived in with my parents, and my dad walks in, and I'm like, oh shit. Like, don't worry, you're a bad bitch. You're a bad bitch. You're a boss bitch. They can't tell you nothing. And my dad doesn't say anything. I'm like, okay, now I'm more scared. Didn't say anything. And like almost a week went by, and I was like cutting vegetables in the kitchen, like helping with dinner. And my dad goes, so what the fuck made you do that?
Oh my
and
God.
I was like, well, because I wanted it. I literally said, well, I wanted it, and I'm over 18, and I pay rent.
Oh my God.
And my dad just shook his head. And after that, it was just all she wrote. But I did keep it, like, places you couldn't see. So I had the other tattoo in the middle of my back. And then I did, like, my upper arms. Because I was like, I don't know where my future's going to be. I don't want to ruin my chances at a job. I did get my first tattoo that was visible was the one for my mom when she died. And then I was like, no, I'm just going to tattoo anything, like even finger tattoos.
So, I am here trying to translate and remember what my tattoo exactly means in English, because I have a really story that I don't even know that I've told you before.
Haven't.
I am trying, so if you could just say like a couple more things. I'm trying to figure out what the exact translation of this is. So, okay, I'll just tell you, and then one of our people who know Dutch can.
So you have a
there it is. No, I remember. Okay. No, okay. Okay, so my second tattoo, I'm not going through them, but this has an interesting story behind it. So my second tattoo is right here on my left arm, and it's in my upper arm, and what I wanted was, because for me, and this is why I always talk about living in Amsterdam, is because it was really, really formational to me. Like, it was a really important time of my life, because that was the time when I was kind of coming out to myself, and it was just a really big deal. I was coming into my own outside of everyone's expectations of me, because I was such a people pleaser, and I was trying to figure out who I was, in a different country, just totally different. And again, I had decided to go, okay, I guess I just need to give a trigger warning for this episode. So trigger warning for sexual assault. I had decided to go to Amsterdam because I was raped, and then I broke up with my boyfriend of 4 years, and I was like, I need to just get out. I need to leave and figure out what the hell my life is, because I was realizing I was gay and I was sexually assaulted, and so it was just not happening for me. And so that's one of the reasons why I did the study abroad thing. But then I left hella early and I stayed longer so that I could just figure myself out. So I really wanted to get a tattoo that kind of said, so there's this phrase that says pain demands to be felt, and I had struggled my whole life with allowing myself to feel the things that I was going through. I'd always kind of glazed over everything that I went through and just kind of not let it impact me, and I was really trying to let myself feel, because I felt like nothing. I felt like a fucking plastic bag, not to be Katy Perry or anything, but I felt just like a can that had been emptied and was flying through the road on the freeway that kept getting hit by cars. That's how I felt. And so I was trying to get myself to feel. And so one of the things that I wanted to do through the healing process was to get a tattoo that had some similar meaning to like this idea of like pain demanding to be felt, and like through like experiencing and actually feeling the pain, like that there would be something good that would come on the outside of it. So that's what I wanted to say, but I wanted a Dutch phrase that said that idea. And so I talked to my friend Anouk for like literally months about like what the Dutch phrase translation of that idea or that concept would be. And finally she came up with this phrase, and it was, sorry if I butcher it, "Out moeilijkheden ontstaan wonderen," which means from difficulties comes miracles, but it's like a phrase that they say, or like a phrase that someone said or something like that. And so I was like, I'm going to get that tattooed on me. And the reason why I had to pause and look it up for a little bit, because I like don't ever remember exactly the words, because I know the meaning to me, like what it means to me. I know that, and that's like what I care about. So anyways, so all of that to say, the real story. So anyways, there's like a really big storm right now. So that's what's going on. That's why we were like, okay. So I went to get the tattoo, right? So I gave the phrase to the guy, and I had like shown a text message from Anouk and like shown it to the guy. He like did it, whatever. And then I go to school the next day, and they didn't spell it right. They missed. I can't remember what it was that they missed. Oh, they missed like a T or an N in the onstaan. And my friend Marike was like, they spelled that wrong. That is misspelled. And I was like, no, they fucking didn't. And I lost my mind. I was so embarrassed, and I was so pissed at that freaking tattoo artist. Like, you don't know how to spell. Like, I was so mad. And like, I looked back at the text message and the thing that I had shown him, and it was spelled correctly in that. And so I was just like really, really pissed. So I freaked out. I literally never tell anyone this story, because I'm like so embarrassed to be one of those people who like had a misspelled tattoo.
You told me that it was misspelled.
And then I went back, and he like fudged it in there, and I like hated it for so long, and now I don't give a fuck. But yeah, so I have a misspelled. Well, it's fixed now. So, but like, that was the story.
Such a nightmare I have. Right.
Yeah, it's a total nightmare. And I was like, oh my God. And I thought I was never going to get any more tattoos. Yeah. Anyways.
I was you know, like, you've heard about me being scene kid. I've been a raver. I was super goth. I was also super punk. I was like a punk goth. And I was pretty grimy punk for a long time, you know, good old gutter punk. And so I had the mentality of like, you know, punk rock, have your homies tattoo you in their backyard, garage, wherever. So most of my tattoos are done like underground, like just thug life, punk rock, baby. And it was like all by people that like I met and were like super chill. And I was like, we've gotten drunk at a show before, so, and they'd be like, I want to tattoo you, and I'd be like, yeah, and then, like, we would work together and get tattooed, and they'd be like, here's $40, here's $50, I think, like, once I paid $100, so it was, like, perfect, because I was a poor punk, and they were punks just doing things illegally, and it worked out fine. I don't regret any of my tattoos. Like, I think the tattoos that I'm, like, about are the ones that, like my Friday the 13th tattoo, because like I don't talk to any of the people I got it with. Like, I actually have 2 matching tattoos. Do you have any matching tattoos with people? It's not me.
No.
Alright, so my first matching tattoo was my David Bowie tattoo. I had an anchor on my finger already, and then on my other finger, well, my friend was getting a David Bowie lightning bolt on her ring finger, and I was like, oh my God, we should both get it matching tattoos. She's like, oh my God, let's do it. So I got it at the same time as her, and I definitely don't talk to that person. ever since like I had a traumatic experience, and it was something that I helped her out with. So, and then when I went through it, she wasn't there for me, and that kind of like ended our friendship. And whatever, it is what it is. And so sometimes I look at it, I do think about her, and I wonder where she is, and I do hope she's doing well, because she did have a lot of issues, and I tried to help her with them the best I could. But then I have another one I got Friday the 13th at an actual tattoo shop, because that's the only time I could afford it. Also, remember when Friday the 13th tattoos were actually $13?
Yeah, or $31.
And then they upped them to $31, and now it's like $100.
Yeah, it's like, this is not a Friday the 13th
and you're like,
tattoo.
what? This, no.
Yeah.
So anyways, but yeah, I digress. So, it was stupid hand. I wanted a perfume bottle. I should have just got it. But then my 3 friends, we were like the witches of 4th Street. They're like, oh my god, what if we all get the matching tattoo? It's a stupid hand with like crossing fingers, which I don't even think they're crossing the fingers the right way. Like, it looks weird. And then it's like has this little, I don't even know what it looks like, so I don't look at it. And then we got MC on it. And then so when we stopped talking to 2 of them, like my friend was like, I'm gonna say it's Mariah Carey. But we had started this blog, God, it's so embarrassing, called The Modern Craft. So it was like Modern Craft LLB, because we were like the witches of 4th Street, and we all hung out, so people would call us the craft. So it was like a Long Beach lifestyle vlog. I did this like thing on it called like Bitch on a Budget, where it was like DIY stuff. And then like we did cocktail nights at the Stash Bar in Long Beach, giveaways, like all kinds of fun stuff. Like, yeah, the Modern Craft. And then like all of the shit I did and footage got deleted when I stopped being friends with the main girl, Sarah, and like, it is what it is. But that kind of sucked, because I like wanted to get some of those videos for memories, and it's all wiped away. But whatever, friendships end and stuff gets weird, and you lose things, and you get stuck with a tattoo that says MC on it.
I feel like, oh well.
Yeah.
Oh
like,
well.
I get so many tattoos that at least now they're blended in. Before it was like super obvious.
Oh my gosh, MC, it's your name, and then Courtney.
Oh gosh. Well, I just feel like if you asked me where that tattoo was right now, I couldn't even tell you. That's how like I just like black things out. I'm like,
I think it's somewhere on your arm.
It's definitely on my arm, but like,
I have a tattoo that I feel like, not that I regret, but just I feel like I wasted money on. And it is, can you even see it still, or is it covered already?
The stupid squiggly
Yeah,
line
I got
guy?
a squiggly line guy tattoo on, it was a Friday the 13th tattoo too. No, I think it's covered already.
Gone.
Yeah, so all these stupid tattoos I got covered because I wanted a sleeve on this arm and I didn't want them to be part of it. But I got like these 2 people like kissing, and it was a single line drawing, and I really like that type of tattoo. But it just like didn't form with my tattoos, so I just kind of was like, Ash, cover it up.
Yeah, tattoos either like, not everyone, they're gonna hurt. People are like, do they hurt? Yeah, tattoos hurt, duh.
Yeah.
Because they're getting stabbed 1,000 times with a needle. Some hurt more than others. Like the placement of it, it's how much meat you got on your bones, how thick your skin is. Like if it's thin, the top of your hands, of course, it's gonna hurt way more. Rebel has a hand tattoo. And then other places, it's nothing. I've fallen asleep during tattoos before.
Multiple times. I also think it's your pain tolerance. Like,
yeah.
Both of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Both of us have a really high pain tolerance. Like,
Rebel's higher than mine. I think,
mine is really high. Like, I get tattooed all the time, and I'm like literally almost every time I fall asleep, and because I'm just like, it rocks me to sleep. But what's your most painful tattoo that you've ever gotten?
The back of my thighs, and that's why they're not done.
I think that the most painful tattoo I got actually was, I think when it was tattooing on my sternum right here for my like piece that's under my boobs. I actually think that might have been more painful than the back of my hand. I'm not sure. It's competitive, but it wasn't super bad. I literally went to our tattoo artist and was like, hey, am I gonna die? And she was like, it's gonna be spicy, which I love is her description of like how it's gonna hurt.
Spicy.
It's gonna be a little spicy, and it was spicy for sure, but it definitely would not take it back for the world, because this is one of my favorite tattoos, is this one on my hand. And it was one of Shov's least favorite tattoos that I got on my body.
Yeah, especially when you didn't have the leaf on it. It just looked random. And like, I don't know, I'm like, about hand tattoos.
I love them.
Because our hands are so beautiful. And it's like, I know it's a piece of art. And I knew if I would have said, like, I don't like it, she would have not gotten it. And I believe that you should get whatever you want because it's your body. And no one has the right to talk you out of it. So just because, like, I'm like, about it doesn't mean that she should love it any less.
Do you still hate it?
It's okay.
I love it. I don't have any regrets.
Like, I know it's beautiful.
I'm aware that it's beautiful.
Yeah.
What's your favorite tattoo on your body?
I don't know. It changes.
What if, like, right now you had to just have one?
The one of you on my thigh.
Aww.
Shut up.
That's cute.
Ugh. You love me. Duh.
She loves me. She really
big
loves
deal.
me.
Anyways, yeah, so,
That's
I don't
cute.
know, like, I feel like everyone just has tattoos now, and, like, it's that funny thing where it's, like, you're almost cooler if you don't have a tattoo at this point, or, like, it's really true that, like, I feel like for me growing up, there was more chances of you having tattoos that were, like, just for you rather than for the world to see, or, like, more meaningful than just tattoos for the sake of having tattoos, and definitely a shift, and I think both are valid, because, like, yeah, like, even right now for my back, it's like, I just want it to be pretty. I just want to love my back again, and I want something to be nice. All my other tattoos have a meaning, like, something special to me, something that I'm connected to, and a lot of time I'd be, like, was very, like, a purist, like, no, you shouldn't get a tattoo unless it means something, like, that's stupid, like, don't just get something that's not, like, unless it's a filler, like, just to have it because you think it's cool. And then I was like, you know what, like, it's artwork, like, to each their own, don't judge people. I do think it's funny that people only get tattoos where people can see them now, so, like, it's like, you'll have a full suit, except for where it's hidden, and it's kind of, like, interesting, because then it's like, you're literally getting them just for people to see, and it's like, I don't know, it makes me feel type of way. I shouldn't judge people, so I know, F me, right, but it's just how I feel.
Yeah, I think that's interesting. I definitely don't give a fuck what other people think about my tattoos.
Yeah,
at
I think
all.
you shouldn't.
I mean, I obviously care what you think, but, like, for me, like, doing this arm piece, like, this sleeve, has been the most amazing thing, because it's made me, like, love my arm, and I never really had any feelings about my arm, you know? Like, I was like, whatever, it's an arm, like, it's fine. You know, like, yay, I have an arm. But, like, now, I, like, see myself in the mirror, and I'm like, you are so stunning.
Yeah,
look
it's a
at your
beautiful piece of
arm.
art.
Like, I just think that every single time I look in the mirror. And so, I don't care at all. And I went from, like, super extreme, like, every single tattoo I got for a long time, like, every single one had a meaning. Like, every single tattoo on this arm has, like, a very deep meaning. And then I just totally boomeranged to the other side. And now I'm just like, fuck it, I just want to decorate my body. I love it. It's my favorite.
Yeah, and I totally, like, get that now, but I used to not, like, understand it, and now I'm like, okay, I see it now.
I just feel like we're getting old, and who the fuck cares? You know what I mean? Like at this point, like, people being like, you're gonna get old. Like, yeah, I'm gonna get old, so why not decorate my body and love it now?
I saw Winston Churchill quote, and I'm gonna totally butcher it right now, but it was like, when you're in your 20s, you care what everybody thinks. When you're in your 30s, no one, you don't care what anyone thinks. And then when you're in your 60s, you realize that no one thought of you at all.
Oh, I saw that quote. That's a good quote. Yeah, I definitely think that if there's anything that I've learned from teaching communication studies, it is that everyone just thinks about themselves and no one else. And, like, I remember, like, when I first started teaching, like, I struggled with that so hard. Like, I would make the smallest mistake in class, and then I'd be like, oh my god, these students, like, they think I'm so stupid. They're going home and, like, thinking about me. And then I was like, bitch, what? They don't have time or space to think about you. Like, they leave the classroom, they forget you exist. Like, they barely remember to do their homework. They're not thinking about the stupid mistake you made.
True.
And the same is true for, like, all of life. Anyway, so we have a tattoo artist that we freaking love. Her name is Tats and Ash. She, with Melissa, aka Axel Honey, opened up Honey, which is a tattoo studio.
Honey.
Female owned, so cute, like pink and like pastel and like just it's so cute. And that's where we go and get our tattoos. A lot of people ask us. That's why I volunteered that information. But our tattoo artist Instagram handle is at tats_NN_Ash. Anyways, so yeah. But don't book up all her time because then I won't be able to get tattooed. Just kidding. Go and get all the tattoos because I shouldn't have spent any more money on tattoos.
She goes by Tats and Ash, and she has tits and ass.
And her name is Ash Valentine, which is not the cutest name anyone has ever heard.
Cool to be like Ash Valentine.
I'm literally going to change my last name. We should change our last name when we get married to Valentine. Shovel
weird,
Valentine? No, we'd make her change her name.
Do we change both of our first names to Shovel?
Oh my god.
We're both Shovel Valentine. Let's do it.
That's fun. Ash, if you're listening, good luck
she does
keeping your name.
She's too cool to listen to us.
She's too busy tattooing or whatever.
She just takes our money and runs.
Yeah. Anyways,
also she's a roller skater too.
Yeah, she's super awesome, and she has a super light touch, and she specializes in like black and gray and like line work and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyways, so do you want to add anything else to the tattoo world?
Just do it.
Just do it. Swoosh it, but don't get a swoosh, because I mean, if you want to get a swoosh, whatever.
Welcome to the wheel world.
The wheel world is where we talk about things roller skating related, and guess what? Y'all are the very first people to find out about this, unless I just like couldn't hold it in anymore and posted it on my Instagram tomorrow, Future Rebel. I don't know. Anyways, so guess what? I have been waiting for the last 2 years to finally find a place.
A venue?
Yes, a venue to hold this event that I've been wanting to hold. And I finally found a location, and it is happening. Guess what I'm doing, babe?
It's not that exciting. You're getting the people way too excited. Just kidding. It's the best thing ever. Oh my god, tell him.
Okay. I'm hosting a queer prom on roller skates. Okay, November 13th at Pigeons Roller Skate Rink in Long Beach, California. I am hosting a queer prom, and the theme is glam rock couture. And it is on roller skates, and it is going to be freaking awesome. The tickets are going to be going on sale at the end of this week, and they're going to be on sale on my website, cheerstothequeers.com, and all the proceeds for the event are going to be going to the center, which is the place that helps the LGBTQIA plus community in Long Beach. And it is going to be a night of roller skating, of a costume competition to, or not costume, but like an outfit competition to crown prom royalty. And there's going to be a prize for the people who win, and there's going to be roller skating, and there's going to be dancing, and there's going to be music, and it's going to be so amazing, and there's going to be lots of tulle and disco balls and glitter.
And maybe there will be a dance-off for a prize as well.
And maybe there will be a dance-off for a prize, and it's going to be so fun. And the reason why I'm hosting this event is because as a person who went to a Christian school, I didn't get the chance to go with a person that I would have liked to go with to a prom. And so I know that lots of other queer people also had this experience. And
wait, you didn't even have a prom.
We had a prom.
Did you dance?
No.
It wasn't a prom.
It was like a formal, but it was prom that we went to a show.
Because she's from Footloose.
Yeah, anyways, whatever. We tried that argument, by the way. It doesn't work. David danced before the Lord. They're like, that's nice. I'm like, okay. So I didn't have the opportunity, and I know lots of queer people also don't have that opportunity. And so I wanted to create an opportunity specifically on roller skates because I thought, what could be better than a prom on roller skates? Nothing. Unless you added some glam rock couture to it. So, get out your leather jackets, get out your tulle, get out your sequins, get out your extraness, get out your lightning bolts, get out your bright, like, flashy outfits. Get ready because it's going to be amazing. November 13th. Mark your calendars.
Also, there is a cap, so...
Yes, there is a cap.
And there's something very important that Rebel left out. Please, unless you see something that says tickets still available and it's closer to the date, do not buy a ticket if you are straight. And I know you might feel offended by that. Please do not. Yes, allies will be welcomed, but if a queer person that really wants an opportunity to come to this because they were deprived of having a prom or had to pretend to be straight to have fun at their prom, they need to have this opportunity to come before someone that is straight. So I know it might sound fun and you're like, yeah, prom on roller skates, but this is not the time. I come from the love of Riot Girl and punk rock and Riot Girl shows, and to this day, like very femme like presenting femme positive shows. They say all femme and females come to the front, push everyone aside. And in the queer community, it should be the same. We have to put the marginalized queer community first. So if you are a queer person, a non-binary person, a trans person, you get first line. And I need our allies to understand that. And we love you, and we would love to have you there. But unless you see, yo, we still have tickets available, they haven't sold, and it's like the last week or two, and you're like, man, I'm a straight ally, and I want to give back, and I want to show up for them, then that door is open for you. But please let queer people have first choice.
If you are a straight partner of a queer person, you can come.
Yes.
So, like, it's not like queer people at the door and no one else. Like,
Yeah.
if you're a straight partner of a queer person, or like a straight like date of a queer person, like, obviously you can come. Like, hands down. Also, there's going to be an option if you're a straight person and you want to sponsor someone from the queer community to go. There's going to be an option on my website where you can buy tickets for people who can't afford to go. Because I know that there are going to be people who can't afford to go because the tickets are probably going to be about $50 a piece, just because it has to cover the event. And I don't have any money, but I'm going to put as much as I can into it. But so it's going to be about $50 a piece. And so if you are a person who wants to sponsor a queer person to go, you can do that through my website as well.
Yes. So when we say nonprofit, it means that it will have to cover whatever decorations and everything. Thank you, Pigeon, who is donating the ring for free that night, which means that a lot of this money will make it to the Long Beach Center.
Yes, and I really, really want to donate as much as I possibly can. So it's not like I'm going like crazy extravagant with like spending money on decorations.
We want
like,
the focus to be on your outfits.
Yeah, on your outfits, and like I'm just gonna buy like a shit ton of tulle and make it look like so DIY dope AF. Like, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
So if you're a person who wants to donate towards the Queer Prom, or like has something, like if you're an organization or a company that has something that could help make it happen, please reach out to me. My email is queergirlstraightskates@gmail.com. That would be awesome. I'm definitely looking for people to volunteer their time and also to volunteer like whatever products their company makes. Like if you're a small business or a skate person and you want to donate for, we're doing giveaway bags, or donate for the prizes, also please feel free to reach out to me.
Or if you want to just donate anything, please Venmo
Queer Girl Skates and write Queer Prom in it so that I know
that it's not for her.
That it's not just like money for me.
Yeah, so you might be saying, but Shovel, what the hell is glam rock couture? Well, Rebel was talking about different ideas about prom, and I was like, no, hun. This is a queer prom. It must be extra AF. And they're like, what should we do? And then I was like, Met Gala, and then she started talking about Met Gala ideas, and I was like, it's just not hitting. It's not Shovel enough. Yes. And then I was like, wait. Babe loves glam rock.
I love glam rock.
And I was like, but it's prom. So I said, babe, what about glam rock couture? And she was like, that's it. And we were like, yeah. And even Bowie was like,
yeah, he really was.
So glam rock couture, think Vivienne Westwood, think David Bowie, think tulle, sequins, studs, leather and silk, glitter, over the top, tease your hair big, make it a faux hawk, shave your head, whatever you think. Like, we want over the top couture. We don't want necessarily pretty. We want punk rock.
Yeah.
Mixed with pretty. Like, everything. The weirder, the better. You can't even get this stuff. I want you to hit up thrift stores. I want you to DIY your own stuff. I want you to borrow
this isn't something that you should spend a bunch of money on an outfit for. Like, find random like fabric and tie it together. Like, get a dress and pin stuff onto it. Like, go crazy with safety pins, glue on sequins, like, do that.
If you've ever wanted to be extra AF and you see me in Revel and you're like, I'm always afraid to like leave the house like that, this is your opportunity to wear the most outrageous thing that you can skate in and just be like, I'm gonna go here and no one's gonna look at me weird.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing. And like, I think especially something that I really want to focus on too is I really want people to feel empowered to dress however, in whatever expression, when it comes to gender expression, that they feel comfortable with or they'd want to. Like, this is really, I really want this to be a gender affirming experience for you. Like, if you're a person who always felt like they had to wear dresses, like, fuck dresses. Like, wear whatever you want and whatever you have dreamed of or whatever you're like scared of. Like, this is a safe event and this is a safe space for you. And that's literally what it's created for. Like, it's literally created for that. So feel empowered.
Let your freak flag fly high.
Can you tell I'm so excited? Oh, I'm so excited. This is like, I've been dreaming of this literally since before the pandemic. Like, I had told Pigeon like 2.5 years ago, like, hey, I have this idea for like a queer prom on roller skates and I really want it to happen. And nothing had gone through, like nothing worked. And this is happening. So
yay.
Very excited. Anyways, so that's the real world. And if you have any questions, you can throw them down below and I'll answer them.
Did you say that's the real world?
Oh, that's the wheel world. My bad. My bad. All right, let's go on to find your skate. So, in Find Your Skate Date, what we do is we connect you to skaters in your area or skaters kind of near you who would be willing to travel to your area. And what we're doing is we're connecting people who just need like skate friends, skate buddies, skate romance. And so if you want us to help you find your skate date, send us an email to dearskatedate@gmail.com and we will read your bio. If you send us a photo, we'll post it on our Instagram and help find you a skate date there. So today's skate date is...
Dylan. Dear Shovel, I found you both over lockdown here while I was looking into roller skating. I apologize for that. Just kidding. I'm glad you found us.
Oh my gosh.
And you both make me want to get better so bad. However, I still stick to the wall at the rink here. So it's not about being afraid to fall. As a person who is into horse riding, I am so okay to fall. But it's more of a controlling my body and coordination thing. You both make it look so liberating, and I want to be there. I want to bomb heels with gay abandon. I love that. I just want to do it with skill, you know? And so with that being said, I'd love to keep learning to skate with someone who is patient, but who will push me and yell at me, etc., etc. Make sense? Probably not. I don't know. LOL. Anyway, I'm at Queer Rat Fan on Instagram. So that's the skate part of Skate Date out of the way. The date bit, I'm hecking queer, awkward, and poly. If you like the goofball crochet nerd that you see, who is a wee chonker, please say hi. I love you. Much love, Dylan.
Oh my god, I just looked up their Instagram and they are so cute. Queer Rap Fan, highly recommend reaching out to them. I don't know where they are located, but they look awesome. So maybe just reach out to them and be like, let's be skate buddies, even if it's virtual. I think that's awesome.
It is awesome.
And if you want us to talk about you on Find Your Skate Date, just email us at dearskatedate@gmail.com.
This is so random, but like I am wearing the most uncomfortable bra in the world right now, and I'm like staring at myself on the camera, and I'm like, it looks so bad.
Okay, well, I think that it probably doesn't look as bad as you think it does.
No one's gonna buy this shirt because of my saggy boobs.
Oh my gosh. Well, what section are we on now?
Dear Shovel, what's wrong with my boobs?
What happens in Dear Shovel?
Dear Shovel is where we answer your questions and give advice.
And there's nothing wrong with her boobs.
And we have no right answers and no wrong answers.
We just have answers.
We just have opinions.
Yeah, really. I don't even think we could call them answers. Okay, so in order to ask a Dear Shovel question, just send a Dear Shovel and then whatever your heart desires in an email to dearskatedate@gmail.com. So today's Dear Shovel says, hello. First off, I'd like to say I absolutely adore your podcast. I've listened to every episode and legit find it to be the highlight of my week. Aww. You two are bringing smiles and joy to a world that is severely lacking in both, so thank you. Now for the question. I'm a huge foodie, and with the holiday season soon approaching, I can't help but ask, who is the chef of the Shovel household? What are some of your favorite dishes / foods? And if you could eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be? I love this question. Sorry I don't have a more serious question, but I figured it can't hurt to have a fun one once in a while. Much love to you both, Lisa. Not Lisa,
that we know?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that question, and if you have a question that's as simple as that, we would love to answer it as well. So...
Rebel's cooking makes her sick. Like, she's made herself sick.
Multiple times. Like, it's not a joke.
She thinks expiration dates aren't real.
I don't think they're real.
If there's things missing, she'll just decide on something random to replace it. That does not go.
Because if you already started cooking, like, I'm not going to give up on that whole amount of time that I already started cooking.
She can follow a recipe okay. But if it's Thanksgiving, a miracle happens. And she's, like, I don't know, a master chef. She's like freaking Wolfgang Puck over here.
I know. I don't know what it is. Literally, I host this Thanksgiving brunch every year. I haven't for a while, but like, I host a Thanksgiving brunch and I make everything from scratch, and it's all so delicious. And I don't know why I'm so good at it.
Whenever she tells me she cooked for me and then there's leftovers, I'm always scared. So I won't eat it.
So yeah, but now, yeah, so basically, so Shove is the chef, for sure. But, I don't know, sometimes I have to fend for myself.
Yeah, because, like, cooking was fun during the pandemic when it's the pandemic, but, like, the time of the pandemic when I was working from home and not in school and had all this extra time, it was like, hell yeah, let's cook everything. But now I'm like, you're tired. Like, you come home from a long day, you're not like, it's the last thing you want to do, you know? But
and now I'm sad because the deal was I clean, she cooks, and now I just clean.
Yeah, but I cook here and there.
And it's very delicious whenever she does. She's so good at cooking. Like, her dad's a chef. Like, Shove is incredible at cooking.
Thanks, babe.
One time she made this thing, and
God.
there was nothing in our house. Like, there was nothing.
She always talks about this.
There's no food in our house. And I was like, there's nothing. I'm so hungry. And she goes in the kitchen, and she's there for, like, an hour. And then she comes out with this, like, ball. It's like a ball, and then you cut into it.
Bun.
And it was like bread on the outside, and it was this delicious food inside. And I was like, there was nothing in the kitchen. How did you do that? Anyway, so that's just one of the things that she can do.
I like cooked up fake meat, cheese, and vegetables, and cooked it with marinara sauce. And I put it in, I made dough from scratch, and then I wrapped it
inside it.
And then I did an egg wash on top, so it was nice and shiny and crisp on the outside. So
I literally still crave it to this day. Like, it was so good. Anyway, so that's a little taste of what Shove can do.
Yeah, I also like to make, like, chili rellenos and...
Oh, that's really good, too.
Potato tacos.
That's also really good.
My favorite food, even though I don't eat it all the time because then it wouldn't be my favorite, is Indian food. I love, 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 love samosas and some, I don't know, chicken masala is really good. And, what is it, aloo gobi?
Yeah, she's, like, obsessed. My favorite food is sushi.
Oh,
I love it. I love it.
She never gets tired of it.
It's so good. And I am, like, a real sushi person. Not that you're all fake sushi people, but, like, I like, actual sushi. I like sashimi. I like all different types of sushi. Like, the only one I don't really like octopus because it's kind of rubbery. But, like, I'll still eat it. Like, I still like it. You know what I mean? Like, I love it all. I love it all. Albacore. Tuna.
If I could eat one meal for the rest of my life, that's a hard one. I don't think I'd survive. I could eat, like, a genre.
A genre for the rest of your life? What would the genre be?
It's not like a genre, but, like, you know what I mean. I think I could do Mexican food for the rest of my life.
I feel like you could eat cheeseburgers for the rest of your life. You love cheeseburgers. No,
that would get old.
Real quick.
Yeah. Mexican food is so diverse. So, like, I could have Mexican food or Asian food for the rest of my life.
That is so genred. That is way too big.
That's why.
Okay, I think for the sake of the question, you have to choose something. I know it sucks, but, like, you have to choose something.
All right, curry, because there's different kinds of curry, so it's kind of like you're tricking yourself.
You know what? I would choose chicken and rice.
I would choose potatoes, because you could cook them however you wanted.
Oh, that's smart. Potatoes is a good one.
But then I'd die.
I would still probably choose chicken and rice, because I feel like you could add so many different flavors to both of those things that it might not always feel like the same thing.
I don't like rice that much.
Yeah, maybe you would choose, like, chicken and potatoes or, like, noodles or something.
Alright, so food.
Yeah, so that's our answer. If you have a question for Dear Shovel, go ahead and email it on in. Thanks, Lisa. We loved that question.
Sometimes it gets a little too real in here. Oh my god, we got a 5-star review.
I know, we got a 5-star review.
You're a liar.
No, I'm not lying. Thank you so much to ABECKZ.
It's Abex.
Abex. Abex gave us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. If you give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, we will celebrate the crap out of you because we love it and we're so grateful. Abex says,
I love Skate Date. Heart emoji. I love Skate Date. At the beginning of the pandemic, I picked up roller skating after a long hiatus. Well, you should get a pandemic roller shirt.
I love the word hiatus.
That's because you wish you could take a hiatus. Revel and Chub. Or is that
no, I wish I could be like, I ate us.
Oh my gosh.
On this hiatus.
Okay. Revel and Chub have been there with me every step of the way. Aww. Their content helps me learn how to skate, do tricks, and learn about and become a part of the skate community. I love hearing their hot takes.
We do have lots of hot takes.
I also appreciate how open and honest they are. If you are into skating or thinking about skating, I definitely recommend adding this podcast to your rotation. You won't regret it.
Oh my god, that was so nice.
Thank you.
We love you. Thank you so much.
Keeping it real.
Yeah, keeping it fresh meat. No, wait, that's something else. Keeping it real.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, so thank you so much. We absolutely love it when you give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts.
And how?
It makes us feel good about ourselves, and it helps send signals to Apple that we're important and people listen to us and that we matter. So thank you for doing that. And if you want to support our podcast in any other way, we have, you can Venmo Queer Girls Skates, or you can send us PayPal, which the link is in the below. And also, if you want to support us, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, Skate Date Podcast. It's a small gesture. It means a lot.
Get us to 1,000, please.
Yeah, we're really trying. We're trying really hard.
Trying to get monetized. Because Rebel says if we start making money off of Skate Date, that maybe I won't quit.
Rebel says that?
Yeah. I'm always saying, okay, you know, like, sometimes it's really hard when you don't want to do something that, like, isn't your job, or, like, you're really responsible. You know, like, a podcast should be fun, but sometimes you have to do it. So, like, if there's something I'd rather do, like, watch a scary movie because it's October, and then it's like, oh, I can't do that now because I have to do the podcast. Then the podcast feels like a burden. But on the days where I'm like, don't have plans, like, the podcast is really fun. So sometimes it feels like a job, but you don't get paid for it. so sometimes it's hard. But other times it's like, I like doing it and I know it's fun because y'all love it and you give like awesome 5-star reviews like this, and that makes me keep going. But if we could bring money into it, I could be like, okay, cool. It's like, time is money and it's worth it. Yeah, because like you just said, we keep it real on our hot takes, and I will never lie to you. And I tell you when I'm depressed, I tell you when I'm angry, and I tell you when I'm like, I want to get paid for having this podcast. And I don't want you to have to pay us.
Yeah, we want big time advertisers to pay us.
So, yeah, if you know anyone that's a head honcho at a big corporation that has lots of money, send them our way. Just kidding. We like supporting small businesses too. So you can get real ads and you can purchase them. And unlike last year, we did lower our prices greatly because we want small businesses to be able to take advantage of that. So email us for that price list as well, so we can support you, and then you support us, and we're a big one happy roller skate family.
Yes. Thanks for watching our podcast. We love you so much. Keep coming back. It works.
Whoa.
That's not what I meant to say. That just came out. Okay.
Apparently we're all in AA together.
Keep coming back because we love you.
It's supposed to be we're dating and...
Oh, wait. Keep coming back because we're cute. We love you. Okay, bye.
Bye. Testing 1 2 3 testing testicles testing the testicles.